Before we proceed further, request you to please subscribe to our channel as shown above. Hello friends, welcome to Kamath Astrology. In today's video, I am going to talk about the 10 Mahavidyas or the 10 great knowledges which represents a form of worship of the divine feminine energy, that is goddess Shakti or goddess Parvati, in her 10 manifestations representing the 10 directions, and the linkage of these 10 Mahavidyas to the 9 planets in Vedic astrology. So first let us understand the origin of Das Mahavidya. So once upon a time, goddess Parvati was playing some games with Lord Shiva, and suddenly there was an intense dispute between the two. Lord Shiva decided to walk away from goddess Parvati. Goddess Parvati was very angry and she manifested herself into 10 divine forms, blocking Lord Shiva from all 10 directions, that is north, west, south, east, northwest, southwest, southeast, southwest, up and down. And these 10 forms of goddess Parvati are known as the 10 Mahavidyas or the 10 great knowledges that help us to move towards liberation. In another variation of this story, we know that goddess Sati, who was the first wife of Lord Shiva, she wanted to visit her father who was doing a great yajna. Her father's name was Daksha. Daksha did not like Shiva because of his simplicity, because Shiva wore ashes all across his body. He dressed himself in a tiger skin. So Daksha did not like Shiva, and therefore when the yajna was being performed, he did not invite Shiva as well as Sati. Sati was adamant that she will go and visit her father in the yajna, and Shiva advised her not to do so. Sati got very angry, and again she manifested herself in 10 forms, and those 10 forms represent the 10 Mahavidyas. And God Shiva realized that Sati is nothing but a part of himself, and she represents the supreme divine self. And then he permitted her to go and attend the yajna. And in the yajna, Sati was insulted by her father. He spoke ill about Shiva and she self-immolated herself. Now what you see in the picture above are the 10 Mahavidyas or 10 forms of goddess Parvati, starting from Kali, Tara, Tripura Sundari, Bhuvaneshwari, Bhairavi, Chinnamasta, Dhumvati, Baglamukhi, Matangi and Kamla. And in the subsequent slides, I will explain the story associated with each of these forms and their significance and how each form is connected to one of the 9 planets. Now the first form or the first Mahavidya is known as Kali. Kali means the counterpart of time or Kala. Kali also means darker than the darkest night. So you can see the color of Kali is very dark. She has a set of skulls in her neck, which is also known as Mundamal. So Kali destroyed demons such as Raktabij and Mahishasur. Now actually Mahishasur and Raktabij are symbolic representations. Mahishasur represents the animalistic tendency within us. Raktabij represents those bad habits that form a seed within us which cannot be destroyed even with our greatest efforts. And it is only Kali who can destroy such demons, such bad forces. So Kali is the first Mahavidya. She is associated with the planet Saturn. That is, Kali can control the malefic effects of Saturn when worshipped regularly. The story behind Kali's origin is very simple. Once upon a time, she went on destroying demons, and suddenly she got so angry that whoever came in front of her, she would simply destroy him. The Devas got scared, everyone got scared, they went to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva simply lied down in front of Goddess Kali. Goddess Kali was on rampage killing the demons, and accidentally she stepped on Lord Shiva, and out of shame her tongue came out because she had stepped on her spouse. And that is how Shiva tamed Kali or controlled Kali's energy. Thou Kali is very dangerous for demons. She is an equally compassionate mother. We all know of the saint Ramakrishna Paramhans from Bengal who got enlightenment and achieved salvation through worship of goddess Kali. Kali is also the supreme energy and is a counterpart of Lord Krishna in his feminine form. Kali is the seed from which the whole creation emerges, just like Krishna is the seed, and hence both are same. The second Mahavidya is known as Tara. Tara is also known as Tarini because she is the one who helps us cross the ocean of sorrows and miseries and reach salvation, that is, reach Kali. Now, the story behind the origin of Tara is very interesting. When the Amrit Manthan happened, the Devas and the Asuras were churning the ocean and different kinds of things were emerging from the ocean. One of the things which emerged from the ocean was poison called halahal, which Lord Shiva drank. And when he drank that poison, his neck became blue and he is known as Nilkant. Now, what happened is the effect of that poison made Shiva unconscious for some time. And as soon as that happened, Goddess Kali took the form of Goddess Tara and she fed milk to Shiva in the form of a mother. And therefore, Tara is one who gives knowledge, who nourishes, and who brings you out of sorrows and miseries. This is the second Mahavidya and is known as Tara or Tarini, who helps us cross the ocean of sorrows and miseries and reach salvation. She is a consort of Brihaspati, who is the epitome of divine knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and Tara also provides the same knowledge. Now, the third Mahavidya or the third form of knowledge is known as Tripura Sundari. She is also known by other names. Tripura means the three worlds and Sundari means one who is the most beautiful in the three worlds, that is the earth, the heavens and the Patal Lok. So she is considered as the most beautiful goddess, the most auspicious goddess who bestows knowledge. Now if you see this picture, she is seated on a throne with Shiva below her and Vishnu and Brahma form the legs of the throne on which she is seated. This means that she is the most superior amongst all goddesses and she is also known as Tripura Sundari or simply Goddess Lalita. Another name for Tripura Sundari is Shodasi. Dasi means 10, Sho means 6. So she is complete with 16 skills or kalas and therefore she is known as Tripura Sundari. People often worship her as Goddess Lalita and chanting the Lalita Sahasranam in your house is said to remove all kinds of inauspicious effects, all kinds of evil energies from your house. She is also the presiding deity of the Shri Yantra. Now, among the 9 planets, who represents wisdom, who represents communication, intellect, who represents the prince? It is Mercury or Budh. And therefore, Lalita or Tripura Sundari or Shodasi is associated with the planet Mercury. So, if you have an afflicted Mercury in your horoscope, then worshipping Lalita or Tripura Sundari reduces the malefic effects of the planet Mercury and provides you the necessary intelligence and direction in your life. The fourth Mahavidya or the fourth great knowledge is known as Bhuvaneshwari. Bhuva means the universe and Ishwari means the supreme goddess. The whole universe is said to be the body of Bhuvaneshwari. In other words, the universe itself is Bhuvaneshwari. Now, Bhuvaneshwari is the supreme goddess from whom this entire universe is created. The story behind her origin is also very simple. Once upon a time, Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar were arguing among themselves as to who is the most superior. And suddenly, goddess Bhuvaneshwari appeared before them and she showed them different universes, each of which had their own Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar. And she then told them that everything originates from her. She is the supreme energy. And she manifested herself as Parvati to help Shiva with dissolution. She manifested herself as Lakshmi to help Vishnu with preservation. And she manifested herself as Saraswati to help Brahma with creating the universe. So, Bhuvaneshwari is the supreme goddess. Now, if you have a malefic moon in your horoscope, then worshipping Bhuvaneshwari helps you control those malefic effects. The fifth Mahavidya is known as Bhairavi, who is actually a consort of Kal Bhairav, a ferocious form of Shiva. So she is the feminine aspect of Kal Bhairav, who indicates dissolution and destruction. And therefore, she is worshipped to destroy enemies' fear. Bhairavi therefore represents destruction and decay. And in the horoscope, if the ascendant or the lagna is afflicted, then worship of Bhairavi gives that strength, that physical strength required for the body to control diseases. So, Bhairavi is associated with the lagna or the ascendant in the horoscope. Let us understand the sixth Mahavidya, in which the goddess is known as Chinnamasta. Now, Chinna means to cut off something, and Masta or Mastika means the head. So, in this form, the goddess decapitated herself. Now, the story behind this is very interesting. Once the goddess goes to bathe in a river with her two assistants, Jaya and Vijaya. Jaya and Vijaya were feeling very hungry, but there was nothing available near the lake. So, to fulfill their hunger, the goddess cut her own head, and you can see streams of blood emerging from the head. And you can see her attendants drinking that blood, as well as in one hand she has her own head which is consuming the blood. Now, once their hunger was satisfied, the goddess again restored her own head. And so, this is a symbol which indicates sacrifice. Now, below the goddess's feet, you can see Rati and Kama, that is the god of love and lust, performing copulation. So, this figure or this Mahavidya represents different aspects such as sacrifice, death, love, lust. So, Chinnamasta is similar to Rahu. Rahu's head was also decapitated by Lord Vishnu, and so she is associated with Rahu. So, whenever you have a malefic Rahu, Chinnamasta sadhana can be done to control its malefic effects. But remember, all these 10 Mahavidyas are tantric deities, and therefore the sadhana should be done only under the supervision of Guru. Now, the 7th Mahavidya is known as Dhumvati, who represents a widow goddess. Now, what is the story behind this? Once goddess Sati was feeling very hungry and she could not control her hunger. She requested Shiva to give her food. but Shiva just ignored her. So the goddess consumed Shiva himself. And finally, Shiva appeared as smoke from her body. Shiva told her that since you have consumed me, I am dead for you, and therefore you are now like a widow. Continue doing auspicious things in this form. So, this form is associated with death and transformation, and hence it is linked to Ketu in Vedic astrology. Dhumvati tells us that nothing in this world is permanent, and often to fulfill our desires, we can go to any extent, but we have to bear the fruits and consequences of what we have done. The eighth Mahavidya is known as Baglamukhi, who has the power to paralyze enemies, to stop the enemy from doing any harm to you. And in Tantra, this is known as Tamban Shakti. That is the power to stop the enemy from doing harm to you, to paralyze the enemy. Now, there was a demon who worshipped Shiva for many years, and he got the boon of Vak Siddhi, that is, whatever he said would become true. And using this Vak Siddhi, he committed many different crimes. Finally, the goddess incarnated to protect the world in the form of Baglamukhi. In this picture, you can see the goddess pulling out his tongue with one arm and using a club to destroy the demon with the other arm. So, this is a very angry form of the goddess, and this is used to protect the devotee from harm by enemies. So, goddess Baglamukhi is often worshipped for victory in court cases. And this is the Mahavidya called Baglamukhi. So, this Mahavidya is used to control the enemies and destroy them. The ninth Mahavidya is known as Matangi. Now, Matangi is an outcast goddess. She represents pollution, that is, she likes what is left over. So, devotees often offer her food with unclean hands. They do not wash their mouth after eating the food. They simply offer her that food. Matangi therefore represents that portion of the divine which is left over after consumption. And she also represents Saraswati because she holds a veena in her hand. Veena is a musical instrument found in the hands of goddess Saraswati. So she represents all forms of knowledge, music, art and creation, just like Saraswati does. And actually she is a manifestation of goddess Saraswati. One name of Lord Shiva or one form of Lord Shiva is known as Matang, and Matangi is considered as the feminine counterpart of this form. She is also associated with the sun god who represents immense knowledge. So she is the goddess of knowledge, music, arts and creativity. Now the 10th Mahavidya or the last Mahavidya is known as Kamala, who represents the goddess Lakshmi, and therefore she represents wealth, fortune and auspiciousness. She is the consort of Lord Vishnu, and she is associated with the planet Venus or Shukra. She also represents the feminine energy that brings about abundance in this universe. So friends, this is the short video on the 10 Mahavidyas and how each Mahavidya is connected to one of the 9 planets. So worshipping the goddess in one of these forms will reduce the effects of the particular planet associated with that Mahavidya, that is the malefic effects of that planet. So if you like this video, please mark it as liked on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to our channel Kamath Astrology, you can do so by clicking the subscribe button. For any consultations, email us at astrosevaworld@yahoo.com and we'll be glad to assist you. To know more about us, visit our website astroseva.tripod.com. So friends, thanks a lot. Hope you liked this video. We'll see you soon with another video. Till then, bye, take care and stay safe.